Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you were Jeannie Mai, you coming and take everything that Jeezy took away from you. Y'all, what am I talking about? If you guys don't know, Jeezy and Jeannie Mai have been going at it in divorce. Shout out to Steve from the Bay Area that told me Jenny was not going to go quietly. And baby, you called this. You know, Jeannie Mai is trying to invalidate the prenup. And you know what, baby? I can't blame her. I can't blame her. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. There's something to be said of treat people with kindness, treat people with respect. Because Jenny got the time, she got the money, and she got the opportunity. And baby, she is now trying to invalidate the prenup. But get this. The reason she's trying to invalidate it, she said that Jeezy was hiding assets. She said that Jeezy ambushed her. Y'all, here's the thing with Jenny, because she got the money for a good attorney. This actually might work, especially if he really was hiding assets. Imagine being in love. Imagine asking someone to sign a prenup. Imagine them saying, okay. And imagine when they said, all right, we'll sign a prenup because, baby, I got stuff too. Imagine you hiding assets. So when they signed up on the prenup, because they didn't really know how much you were worth, y'all, this marriage was doomed from the beginning. Again, a leopard doesn't change its spots. Y'all can argue about whether or not Jenny got the right to challenge the prenup. But how low down did that should have told Jenny everything she needed to know about Jeezy. The fact that he literally, according to Jenny, has not been independently verified. This is based upon information and belief based on these news reports that I'm about to read y'all. Apparently, according to Jeannie, right? Jeannie Mai, Jeezy, it's too many J's here. Y'all know this tongue don't be working like that. Literally lied to her about how much he was worth in order to trick her into signing a prenup that did not have her best interest. Y'all, listen, he's been playing games for too long, doing too much. And again, if this is true, it was a dumb move. And if it is true, the prenup will be invalidated just as a point of legal law, which makes me believe, why would he do this if what Jenny's saying is true? It just shows that he never had plans on actually honoring her as a wife. He never had plans on staying in this relationship. This was just something to do at the very worst. At the very best, he is just a inherently deceitful, distrustful person. And the way somebody would be that grimy for someone they love and supposed to be their life partner, again, she said she would sign the prenup so that his assets were protected. So why lie? Why lie? Now, before we get into this report, I just want to do two things. A lot of people are confused about this whole thing about her saying he cheated. There's two things going on. There is the overall prenup, okay, which she's challenging. But then there's something that is a clause. It is a clause 8 in their prenup. The lawyer actually, her lawyer spelled it out. They didn't give the specifics about what was in clause 8, but it is clause 8 in the prenup that says if either of them cheat or have an inappropriate relationship, the other person will pay a specific amount that has been specified in the prenup. This specific amount is said to be millions. Take it for what it is. I will say one thing. If Jenny really wants to do that, right? And literally knock him off his block. Here's the real gag. Jenny never sold her house in California. Okay. Now she was putting it on the market around the time that he filed for divorce and then took it off. The thing is, Jeezy might have just been moving too fast because do you realize there's a difference between where you reside and where you live? It has been fought in the Supreme Court a bunch of times. Jenny could have resided in Atlanta for 3 years, but had her place of she could have lived in Atlanta for 3 years, but had her place of legal domicile, her place of legal residency in California. Again, where you reside and where you live are two different things for legal purposes. For instance, you can live in Nevada all you want. When you file your income tax, you file as a resident of New York City. It is a legal term. It is a tax term. If Jeannie filed tax returns in California, if she can actually prove that while she was living in Atlanta, her place of legal domicile was California, that means if she gets this prenup invalidated because Jeezy lied about the basics of the contract, so she could not have entered into the contract under her own free will, that means that she can also prove that her domicile is the state of California. And that means she will now be arguing over assets under the state of California. Now, baby, I don't know if Jenny's going to be successful with this. I will say, y'all, if he had just given her an iota of respect, if he had just been like, hey, can you sit down? I need to talk to you. Hey, girl, you know, put on some Boys to Men, although we've come to the end, right? If he had like been like, we belong together, right? If they had just put on the end of the road and they had cried it out, hugged it out, been like, no, I'm sorry, this and that, dealt with her anger, her pain, whatever, I do think she would be approaching differently. Instead, the love of her life, somebody she was in deep, deep love with, publicly humiliated her, filed for divorce. She said she found out about the divorce the same time everybody else did. Publicly humiliated her, filed for divorce, let people get on air and say that she was a cheater, punk and eater, and all this stuff. And he thought he got away with it like a Scooby-Doo mystery. Unfortunately, right? Jenny ain't old man McGrady or whoever they always catch in Scooby-Doo. Jenny had legal counsel, and once she got over the pain, she went into attack mode. If Jenny is successful in what she's trying to do, whether or not you think she has a right to do it, I will say one thing, Jeezy only has herself to blame. You literally played yourself. Now that said, let's get into what the streets are saying. Woo! Let's get into what the streets are saying. And baby, they saying a lot. And this is coming directly from TMZ. So you know this is real. The thing is, I don't think, unlike the other articles in TMZ that I think Jeezy planted, I don't think Jeezy wanted this out. This seemed like this was Jenny being like, oh, you like to run to TMZ? You like to run your mouth to TMZ? Oh, you want to know what today's news is? Baby, how about this? How about that prenup is going bye-bye? Let's see. Again, y'all, even in a breakup, how hard is it just to treat people with respect? It's not the point you want to leave. And a lot of women and men will tell you that have been like disrespected. It's not what you did, it's the way you did it. It's not the fact that I couldn't live without you, it's the way that you did it, you know? Anyway, let's get into this. They said Jeannie Mai said, don't enforce the prenup. I didn't have enough time. Jeannie Mai's requesting the court hold off on enforcing her prenup with Jeezy, saying she didn't have enough time to review it before signing. We talked about that earlier, right? The talk show host filed the request Thursday afternoon in Fulton County Superior Court, asking the judge to either deny Jeezy's motion to enforce the prenuptial agreement or at least hold off on enforcing it until all parties can exchange info about it. In the docs obtained by TMZ, right? Jeannie Mai says that the prenup process was so quick, they started negotiating just 5 days before she walked down the aisle. She doesn't think she was able to do her proper due diligence on the agreement. Basically, she said she didn't go through Jeezy's financial disclosures with a fine-tooth comb to make sure she was getting a fair deal, saying the truncated window raises significant concerns about the adequacy and thoroughness of the due diligence process. She's also calling Jeezy out, saying she has significant reservations about Jeezy's financial disclosures. Basically, that's legal for saying you a goddamn Jeezy liar, and I want more info. Her legal team says that Jeezy only handed over one personal financial statement with approximate taxes and insists she was legally entitled to a thorough examination of all documents. This would be true. Now, the question is, Jenny, did you waive your right? Again, I do think that Jenny's doing all this because she was hurt. She was humiliated. She was disrespected. And when you hurt someone, humiliate them, and disrespect them unnecessarily, you are boo-boo the fool if you do not think that they will not take every avenue to make you feel like they made you feel. Again, We can argue whether it's right. Listen, whether you take the high road, I don't get off on trying to be the perfect woman and being nice and being sweet and being caring and understanding. No, 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 ninja. We gonna do two can play at that game. Honestly, again, same thing if I'm leaving a relationship. If I disrespect someone, hurt someone, humiliate a man that I am seeing, why would I ever give an opportunity for a window for them to not expect them to get me back? Again, they said, I just don't understand his thing. This could have all been avoided by just treating the mother of your child with an iota of respect. But we already know from Jeezy, he don't believe in that because all his baby's moms he treated horribly when he left. Um, I know for his sake, he better hope he didn't lie about those taxes, but something tells me he seems distrustful. I don't know. Da, 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 da. Listen, Jenny's also suggesting that he might have been the one who possibly cheated, claiming he paid through the nose for it per the prenup. If it did, that's clause 8. In fact, hmm, y'all, this whole thing is getting messy. But at the end of the day, don't come in my comments about Jeannie needs to just go ahead and be a mom. No, she don't. Once somebody humiliates you unnecessarily, does all this stuff, baby, you bought it on yourself. But I am interested to see where this goes. Oh, Jeezy thought he got away with it, baby. Let's just see if Jenny actually gets this case under California divorce law. Because if it does, oh, she got something in store for him. Shout out to Steve for pointing out that this is the way this was going to go. He said, he got my comments. He said, Jenny is from the Bay Area and Jenny is Vietnamese and she Bay Area Vietnamese. Oh, no, 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 no. She not fitting to let this man play in her face. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.